Archangel Michael says, don't tell anyone, this message is only for you. Your photo is being sent to an inspector by someone's family and you must open this quickly. This was not meant to be shared with everyone, but the urgency cannot be ignored any longer. Your image is being examined right now as we speak. The veil between worlds has thinned, so Archangel Michael can deliver this private warning to you alone. This is not for others to hear, not for others to know. Time is running short. The inspection has already begun. What happens next depends on your immediate response. The investigation is happening in secret behind closed doors where you cannot see. The eyes that study your image, the minds that form judgments, the hands that write reports about you. Your photo was submitted without your knowledge, without your permission, taken from somewhere you thought was safe, passed along through channels you never authorized. There are forces working to expose aspects of your life, to bring hidden things to light, to reveal what they believe they have discovered about you, but their conclusions are flawed, their methods are questionable. This inspection could change everything if you don't act now, if you don't prepare yourself, if you don't accept the protection being offered to you in this moment. The window for action is closing with every passing second. The review of your image moves forward while you decide. Like this video if you've received this confidential message from Archangel Michael and acknowledge the urgency of what is happening. He is standing guard over chosen individuals in this exact moment, protecting those who recognize the warning signs, those who heed the call, those who accept divine intervention. You were meant to find this message today at this precise time. There are no accidents in the realm of angels, only divine timing. The hidden investigators work in shadow, examining records and photos, seeking patterns that confirm their suspicions, looking for evidence to support claims made against you. Your image has been specially marked for additional scrutiny, highlighted for intensive review, placed at the top of their list because someone believes they have found something significant, something revealing, something that can be used. There are things about you they want to uncover, aspects of your energy, your aura, your spiritual signature that show your true nature, your divine connection, your special purpose. This review process happens in darkness, when you are unaware, when your attention is elsewhere, when you least expect your privacy to be invaded. This is how they operate, how they gather what they need, how they build their case. The inspectors are thorough, methodical, relentless in their pursuit, working through systems you cannot access, through channels you cannot monitor. Type Amen if you accept Archangel Michael's protection against this unauthorized investigation into your life and image. His sword of light stands ready to shield you from their prying eyes, from their misguided conclusions, from their harmful intentions. Declare yourself under divine protection before the window closes completely. This is not the first time they have investigated you, not the first photo they have examined, and not the first record they have searched looking for something to use against you. The inspectors have been gathering evidence for months, quietly collecting information, building a file with your name on it, waiting for the perfect piece to complete their collection. They strike when defenses are low, when awareness is diminished, when spiritual protection is weakest, because this makes their work easier, their conclusions stronger, their case more convincing. Archangel Michael has intervened just in time, because what they plan to do with their findings goes beyond simple review, beyond routine examination, beyond standard procedure. The urgency of this warning matches the severity of what they intend, the impact it could have, the damage it could cause if left unchallenged, if left exposed, if left without divine intervention. These investigators hide behind professional titles, behind official documents, behind institutional authority, but their true motives have nothing to do with standard protocol, nothing to do with proper procedure. They disguise their intentions, appearing as necessary reviewers, as routine examiners, as standard processors of information, but behind the facade lies something far more calculated, far more targeted. The family that submitted your photo has personal reasons, hidden agendas, private vendettas, masked as concern, masked as duty, masked as protocol. They believe exposure will serve their purpose, their plan, their desired outcome. What they hope to gain involves diminishing your light, reducing your influence, limiting your reach, because your energy, your presence, your very existence challenges their control, their narrative, their power. They study your features, your expressions, your essence, looking for what they can use, what they can manipulate, what they can distort to serve their purpose, to further their agenda, to strengthen their position while weakening yours. Those who operate in darkness fear those who carry light, those who speak truth, those who cannot be controlled. Archangel Michael says, stand firm against this invasion of your privacy, this unauthorized use of your image, this attempt to examine what was never meant for their eyes. You have been chosen to receive this warning because your light is significant, your path is important, your purpose is greater than you know and must be protected at all costs. Type 777 if you accept this angelic shield, this divine protection, this heavenly intervention that is being extended to you alone in this critical moment. Stand in your power as this battle intensifies. The information they believe they have found in your photo is about your spiritual signature, your energetic imprint, your divine connection. They see something in your eyes, in your expression, in your aura that reveals your true nature. They claim this evidence shows something they can use, something they can manipulate, something they can distort to fit their narrative, but Archangel Michael wants you to know their interpretation is wrong, their conclusion is flawed. The truth is that what they've detected is your light, your power, your divine purpose, which threatens them because it cannot be diminished, cannot be controlled, cannot be extinguished no matter what they do. This matters to your immediate future because their next steps involve sharing their flawed analysis, attempting to label you, attempting to categorize you in ways that limit your movement, limit your influence, limit your ability to fulfill your purpose. The timing of this revelation is no coincidence, no random occurrence, no accident. These investigations follow a specific pattern, a methodical approach, a systematic process that begins with collection, gathering every image, every record, every piece of information they can find about you. The channels through which your photo is being examined include both earthly and energetic systems, both physical and spiritual realms, both seen and unseen methods of analysis, looking at dimensions of you that standard processes cannot detect. Your image first entered their system 3 days ago, marked with special indicators, flagged for priority review, assigned to those with specific skills, specific training, specific intentions, who know exactly what they're looking for. What happens next if you don't take action is a final assessment, a completed report, a sealed conclusion that will be shared with others who have been waiting, who have been expecting, who have been preparing to use this information. The timeline has accelerated in recent hours, the urgency has increased, the priority level has been raised because something in your image caught their attention, something unexpected, something powerful, something they believe requires immediate response. Every hour that passes brings them closer to completion, closer to finalizing their assessment, closer to implementing the next phase of what they have planned based on what they believe they have found in the subtle energies surrounding your image. The inspection uses technologies and methods that combine scientific and spiritual analysis, that merge technical and intuitive approaches. Type 1 claim divine protection to block their access to your true essence, your spiritual signature, your divine blueprint that they seek to examine. Declare yourself shielded by Archangel Michael's power, his divine sword, his impenetrable armor that no earthly investigation can penetrate, no matter how advanced their methods. The moment you claim this protection, the shield activates instantly, surrounding you completely. The conspiracy behind these investigations runs deeper than you imagine, connected to systems of control, networks of influence, hierarchies of power that seek to identify those with special gifts, special purposes, special destinies. These are not random selections, not arbitrary choices, not coincidental reviews, but targeted examinations of those who carry light, who speak truth, who cannot be easily manipulated, easily controlled, easily silenced. Behind those who submitted your photo stands an organization, a collective, a structure that operates through many layers, many fronts, many disguises, never revealing its true purpose, its true intention, its true face. They pull strings from positions of apparent authority, apparent respectability, apparent routine, watching for those who stand out, those who diverge, those who carry frequencies that disrupt their carefully constructed systems. You were selected because something in your energy signature, in your spiritual presence, in your soul vibration registered on their instruments, triggered their protocols, activated their response system, which is designed to identify those who might challenge their established order. The family that submitted your photo is merely one access point, one entry channel, one tool in a much larger operation that has been running for generations, for centuries, for longer than recorded history, identifying, marking, and attempting to neutralize those whose very existence threatens their control. This is why Archangel Michael has intervened directly, personally, urgently, because what is at stake goes beyond one photo, beyond one report, beyond one investigation. The unseen forces fighting over your information, over your image, over your energetic signature, are engaged in a battle that spans dimensions, that crosses realms, that encompasses both the physical and the metaphysical planes of existence. Archangel Michael stands with sword drawn, with wings extended, with divine light radiating, creating a barrier between you and those who seek to access your true nature, your divine purpose, your sacred mission without your consent, without proper authority. The cosmic significance of this particular moment cannot be overstated, cannot be minimized, cannot be ignored, as the alignments in the heavens, the configurations of energy, the portal of opportunity has created a rare window when interventions of this magnitude are possible, are effective, are lasting. Spiritual protection is essential right now because the battle has intensified, has escalated, has reached a critical point where what happens in these moments will determine outcomes that echo through your timeline, through your path, through your purpose. The investigators are not working alone, not operating independently, not functioning without assistance, as darker energies, darker entities, darker forces provide them with enhanced perception, enhanced access, enhanced tools specifically designed to identify those with light, with purpose, with divine connection. The urgency you feel reading this message is the direct communication from Archangel Michael himself, his energy, his presence, his concern flowing through these words, these warnings, these instructions that you alone were meant to receive. The battle rages most fiercely around those who matter most, those who carry important frequencies, those who hold keys to awakening, to enlightenment, to liberation. Type 333 if you stand with Archangel Michael in this critical spiritual battle that surrounds your image, your essence, declare your allegiance, your acceptance, your cooperation with the divine protection being extended to you right now in this exact moment. The numbers 333 activate specific angelic frequencies of protection. If you ignore this warning, if you dismiss this message, if you continue without claiming the protection being offered, the investigation will proceed unhindered, unblocked, unrestricted, accessing levels of your energetic signature that should remain private, remain sacred, remain protected. The examination moves from surface analysis to deeper scanning to core evaluation, looking for specific markers, specific codes, specific signatures that reveal your true nature, your true potential, your true origin, which they seek to catalog, to monitor, to control. The ripple effects in your personal life would begin subtly, begin quietly, begin almost imperceptibly as energy fields around you are manipulated, as subtle interferences are introduced, as barriers are placed between you and your highest path. You would notice increasing difficulty in certain areas of your life, unexplained obstacles, unusual resistance, unexpected challenges appearing in precisely the areas connected to your greatest gifts, your deepest purpose, your most important work. The timeline for these consequences is already in motion, with preliminary effects beginning within days, deeper impacts within weeks, full manifestation within one cycle of the moon, unless divine intervention is accepted, unless protection is claimed, unless the shield is activated. What they seek to diminish cannot be destroyed, cannot be eliminated, cannot be erased, but it can be temporarily obscured, temporarily hindered, temporarily contained, which is their immediate objective, their strategic goal, their tactical purpose. This is why immediate action, immediate acceptance, immediate protection is essential, is crucial, is irreplaceable. Archangel Michael works to protect the chosen ones through mechanisms, through methods, through means that operate beyond physical limitation, beyond earthly constraint, beyond human understanding, creating fields of protective light, protective frequency, protective resonance that investigative technologies cannot penetrate, cannot decode, cannot override. The specific protection being offered to you now includes a sevenfold shield, a complete energetic reset, a divine cloaking that renders certain aspects of your spiritual signature invisible to their scanning systems, their detection methods, their analytical tools, while amplifying your connection to higher guidance, higher support, higher protection. Past examples of divine intervention in similar cases have shown remarkable outcomes, unexpected reversals, complete protection as investigations mysteriously lose their data, lose their evidence, lose their very records of your existence within their systems, within their files, within their databases. Those under Archangel Michael's protection have witnessed the miraculous, the inexplicable, the divine, as cases against them suddenly close, as interest in their files suddenly wanes, as priority levels suddenly downgrade without explanation, without reason, without logical cause. The shield being offered exists across multiple dimensions, multiple realities, multiple timelines, simultaneously creating protection that is not limited to one aspect of your existence but encompasses the totality of who you are, who you have been, who you will become throughout all expressions of your soul's journey. The moment divine protection is accepted, is acknowledged, is embraced, the angelic forces begin working immediately, begin reconstructing, begin reordering the energetic fields surrounding your image, your records, your very essence in ways that render certain information inaccessible, certain data unreadable, certain conclusions impossible to formulate or maintain. The power of this intervention comes not through force, not through conflict, not through opposition, but through divine authority, divine right, divine law, which operates at levels of reality that supersede, that transcend, that overrule all earthly systems of control. Michael's protection works by realigning your energetic signature with its highest expression, its purest form, its divine blueprint. Type Michael defends me to activate complete protection against those who seek unauthorized access to your spiritual signature, your divine blueprint, your soul's mission. Stand firm in your declaration of divine shielding as the Archangel himself stands beside you with sword drawn, with wings extended, with unwavering commitment. His presence creates an impenetrable field around you that no investigation can breach, no technology can penetrate, no intention can override. The moment is here, the threshold is reached, the turning point has arrived when the direction of this investigation can be permanently altered, permanently redirected, permanently transformed through divine intervention, through angelic assistance, through your conscious acceptance of the protection being offered. Divine forces are already working behind the scenes, interrupting data flows, corrupting file access, creating anomalies in their systems that cannot be explained, cannot be fixed, cannot be overcome by any technological solution, any procedural approach, any methodological adjustment. The shift happening in the spiritual realm is profound, is decisive, is irreversible, as legions of angels respond to Michael's command, positioning themselves around you, creating layered fields of protection from the highest heaven to the physical plane. Evidence that protection is taking effect may already be appearing in your life through sudden relief, sudden clarity, sudden knowing, as the pressure, the heaviness, the subtle interference begins to lift, begins to dissolve, begins to dissipate from your energy field, your thought patterns, your emotional body. Those reviewing your case are experiencing unexplainable technical issues, system malfunctions, data corruption that seems to specifically target your files, your records, your image, making coherent analysis impossible, reliable conclusions unattainable, final reports incomplete. What was meant to expose you is now exposing flaws in their own systems, weaknesses in their own methods, limitations in their own understanding, as they encounter energies they cannot categorize, cannot quantify, cannot control. The tide has turned, the advantage has shifted, the momentum has changed direction. Tight barriers up to complete the protection protocol, to finalize the energetic shielding, to seal the divine intervention that Archangel Michael has initiated on your behalf. This declaration activates the final layer of protection, the complete encapsulation, the total shielding that prevents any further scanning, any further assessment, any further access to your spiritual signature. The barrier becomes permanent, becomes impenetrable, becomes absolute. The inspection is being disrupted right now as we speak, as you read these words, as you claim your protection, with system failures, with data loss, with inexplicable errors appearing throughout their entire operation, throughout their entire process, throughout their entire infrastructure. Confusion spreads among those reviewing your information as files become corrupted, become unreadable, become completely inaccessible, despite every attempt, every procedure, every protocol they implement to recover what they believe they had, what they thought they knew, what they wanted to use. Those with harmful intentions find themselves facing technical malfunctions, organizational obstacles, procedural dead ends that prevent them from completing their analysis, from reaching their conclusions, from implementing their plans, as divine intervention works through seemingly natural means, through apparently random failures, through supposedly coincidental timing. Archangel Michael's victory in this battle manifests not as open confrontation, not as visible conflict, not as apparent warfare, but as a series of seemingly unrelated events, seemingly disconnected circumstances, seemingly random occurrences that nevertheless systematically dismantle their entire operation piece by piece, step by step, moment by moment. The photo they were examining has become mysteriously altered, mysteriously transformed, mysteriously different from what they initially captured, initially stored, initially analyzed, showing properties they cannot explain, cannot reproduce, cannot verify through any known technology, any known process, any known methodology. Their equipment fails, their systems crash, their entire database experiences unexplainable errors specifically centered around your records, your files, your information, as though some intelligent force were systematically erasing every trace of your presence from their systems. What they thought was a routine investigation has become anything but routine, anything but predictable, anything but controllable. The battle is won to claim your victory, to acknowledge the divine intervention, to accept the complete protection that has now been established around you, around your image, around your records. Recognize the power that stands with you, the force that defends you, the presence that shields you from those who sought unauthorized access to your spiritual essence. Archangel Michael has heard your response, has seen your acceptance, has completed the protection protocol that was initiated at the beginning of this message. Your life is now being redirected away from their interference, away from their monitoring, away from their influence, as divine protection creates new pathways, new possibilities, new potentials that they cannot access, cannot track, cannot interfere with in any way. The blessings that replace their intended harm come in many forms, many expressions, many manifestations, as what was meant to restrict you now expands you, what was meant to limit you now liberates you, what was meant to expose you now protects you, through divine reversal, through divine compensation, through divine justice. Specific protections now permanent in your life include an energetic filter that automatically identifies and neutralizes similar attempts at scanning, at monitoring, at accessing your spiritual signature before they can even begin, even form, even organize into coherent efforts. Archangel Michael's continued watchfulness over you ensures that any future attempts, any future strategies, any future technologies designed to access your divine blueprint will be met with the same fate, the same failure, the same frustration, as angelic forces remain vigilant, remain alert, remain positioned around you. What they sought to use against you has become a doorway to greater protection, greater connection, greater alignment with your highest path, your deepest purpose, your true mission, as what was meant for harm has been transformed into blessing, into opportunity, into advancement. The divine protection now surrounding you operates continuously, operates automatically, operates perfectly, adjusting to new threats, new methods, new approaches, without requiring conscious attention, conscious renewal, conscious reinforcement, once established, once activated, once sealed. Those who submitted your photo will find their own systems compromised, their own data corrupted, their own files inaccessible, as the divine law of reciprocity, of reflection, of return brings back to them precisely what they attempted to send out. The energetic signature they detected in you that prompted this investigation has not been diminished, has not been reduced, has not been contaminated, but rather has been amplified, has been strengthened, has been purified through this very attempt to examine it without authorization. What they feared in you has become more powerful, more present, more active through their very attempt to contain it. Archangel Michael says, claim your complete victory, your total protection, your absolute security, as the final seal is placed over this entire situation, over this entire process, over this entire experience. Tight victory is sealed to finalize the divine protection, to complete the angelic intervention, to ensure that no trace of this unauthorized investigation remains in any system, in any record, in any reality. The sealing is permanent, is complete, is irreversible, establishing protection that extends across all dimensions, all timelines, all possibilities. The investigation has been permanently blocked, with all access points, all entry channels, all pathways completely sealed, completely disabled, completely eliminated from existence in any system, in any database, in any archive. Your photo and information are now divinely protected, wrapped in layers of angelic light, angelic frequency, angelic coding that renders them completely inaccessible to any unauthorized scanning, any unauthorized review, any unauthorized analysis. Archangel Michael stands guard over your personal details, your spiritual signature, your divine blueprint, maintaining vigilance, maintaining protection, maintaining security that cannot be breached, cannot be overcome, cannot be circumvented by any means, any method, any technology. This battle has been won completely, decisively, eternally. It is done. To maintain this divine protection, remain aware, remain vigilant, remain connected to your intuition, which will alert you, which will inform you, which will guide you whenever similar attempts at unauthorized access begin to form, begin to organize, begin to activate in your vicinity. Signs that Archangel Michael is watching over you include unexpected flashes of blue light in your peripheral vision, sudden unexplainable feelings of protective presence, unusual dreams featuring swords, shields, or wings that remind you of the continuous protection surrounding you at all times. If you sense another investigation beginning, if you feel the subtle pressure of being scanned, if you notice the telltale energy of being monitored, simply repeat, simply declare, simply state, "I am protected by Archangel Michael," to instantly reactivate the full spectrum of protection, the complete shield, the total coverage that has been established today. The permanent seal of protection now in place functions automatically, functions continuously, functions perfectly without requiring your conscious attention, your constant awareness, your specific focus, as angelic forces maintain watch, maintain guard, maintain defense 24 hours a day, every day in perpetuity. This protection extends beyond the physical, beyond the digital, beyond the temporal, shielding aspects of your existence, your essence, your expression, across all dimensions, all realities, all timelines, simultaneously creating comprehensive security that cannot be breached, cannot be bypassed, cannot be overcome by any earthly or ethereal technology. The energetic shield adapts, evolves, strengthens automatically as needed, responding to new threats, new methods, new technologies before they can even be deployed, even be activated, even be directed toward you. This level of protection is reserved for those with specific purposes, specific missions, specific destinies that must be preserved, must be protected, must be allowed to unfold according to divine timing, divine plan, divine purpose. Archangel Michael's parting words of protection surround you, embrace you, empower you as his light infuses your being, infuses your life, infuses your path with divine security, divine guidance, divine presence. The divine seal now placed over your life creates a boundary, creates a barrier, creates a shield that no unauthorized investigation can penetrate, can access, can overcome. The complete security you can now feel is real, is tangible, is permanent, allowing you to move forward, to fulfill your purpose, to complete your mission, free from interference, free from monitoring, free